New England hosts New York City for an All-East conference on Saturday. Sportswriter and SBR contributor Kevin Stott is here now on the line. He's going to preview the match for us today. Now, New England are just 2 points ahead of 7th place Philadelphia Union, but they come from 6 consecutive losses. Can they use their home advantage and finally turn their losing streak around?
The reality is they better. They need to wake up and quick. They were like in 2nd place in the East and looking pretty good in the beginning of the season. All of a sudden, I'm not so sure they're not the worst team in the league now. They've lost 5 straight in league, 6 straight overall, so they're scuffling, and they need to wake up. And luckily for them, they're playing in an expansion team. But I just don't have the confidence in them, and I'm pretty sure they don't have the confidence in themselves right now.
Well, New York City are struggling this season, currently just 2 points off last place in the East. What can they hope to get out of this match?
I think, Natalie, the best thing that they can hope to get out of this match is a win, or excuse me, a draw and the 1 point. I think going up to Gillette Stadium in New England and getting a win is asking a bit much for this team. Lampard was supposed to make his debut last week, but he had a calf injury, so they decided to hold him out. He probably will make his debut in New England here. And that should help New York, but the site is going to be the big problem. It's going to be tough for an expansion team like New York City that Natalie, let me tell you, they play horrible defense. New York City is just, they play good for 30 minutes and then they fall asleep. And then they have 60 minutes to play, to try and play defense, which is good for the overs and bad for them. So I think that they're going to be in a lot of trouble in terms of trying to win in New England, but New England's also going to have problems trying to snap the losing streak. So this is a game that falls into the draw mold.
Yeah, I agree. Let's take a look now at those odds for the winners market. New England 1.95 William Hill, the draw 3.6 Bet365, and New York City 4 Bet365. Now tell me, are you going to play the straight draw, or is it maybe even of the winners market is the market that you'll skip?
That's a really good question. I think the winner's market would be one I'd skip in this particular game, and I'd opt to take the over because of the crappy defense that New York plays. New England's nervous, so they're going to have to score goals, and then when they're nervous, the onus is on them to score goals, and they're at home, so they should score. So obviously the both teams to score looks like a pretty good bet in this situation. But I'd put the over first, the both teams to score second, and then I just probably wouldn't pick a side in this game, no.
Yeah. Both teams to score actually pretty decent odds, 1.73 with Ladbrokes, and then the over is 1.85 also with Ladbrokes. For those that want more of a risk, better return, you can combine those. But what did you say? You said the both teams to score and then the over. Those are sort of the top tips for the match.
Yeah, they're almost ideally the same, and you make a good. The juice on the both teams to score is kind of high. What I'm looking at, which tells me that the odds makers know that there's probably going to be goals here, which is almost telling you why not take a shot at the over. I mean, if it falls on 2 goals when it's always 2.5, you deserve to lose. I always say that, but there could be 3 or 4. I predicted a 2-2 final in this one, so I'm seeing 4 goals. That's 1.5 over the 2.5, so the over would probably be the most logical play. But the both teams to score, it goes hand in hand with that. That's the nice thing about these 2 bets.
Yeah, all right then. So it's the over 2.5 goals, 1.9 there William Hill, and both teams to score 1.73 Ladbrokes. Kevin Stott, thank you for joining us.
You're welcome, Natalie. Thank you.